Hey guys, how are you today? Give you guys a second to get on. Some Christmas music. We've got the dog, I don't know if you can see him, laying there with his cone of shame on. Just laying there. All right, well, I thought I would come on today and talk to you about Northern Lights Black Spruce. This is an amazing freebie this month. If you are on ER and spend $190, you get Northern Lights Black Spruce free. And I want to tell you why you need this oil. Why you need this oil in your life. I can't remember how much it is. I feel like it's in the 30s. I should have looked that up beforehand, but I didn't. But oh no, I don't know if I can see comments or not. We'll find out. All right, so Northern Lights Black Spruce. It's a freebie. If you spend $190 on ER, you get this free. So let me tell you why you want this. So first of all, I'm going to tell you a few facts about it before we talk about why you want this. Although the facts alone are amazing. But so Northern Lights Black Spruce. Black spruces are grown under the Northern Lights. We used to grow black spruce at our Highlands Flats farm in Idaho, but it got moved to, Gary started a farm in Fort Nelson, British Columbia in Canada that only does black spruce. So our Highland Flats farm does all the other tree oils, but the Fort Nelson farm does Northern Lights Black Spruce. I think it does a few other things, maybe. And I think it's the other one that does. So under the Northern Lights, this far north of the continent, way up there, Northern Black Spruces are the only thing that grows, which I find pretty amazing. They are prevalent up there. And just the fact that they grow under the Northern Lights, I don't know how much research you've done on the Northern Lights, but just the energy that the Northern Lights provide for these trees is amazing. I remember, I think it was 2016 when this oil, it had been out of stock for like 3 years while they found a farm to grow these. But I remember when this came back, it was in like January after I signed up. So like a month or two after I signed up, it came back in stock. And I remember watching a video that I think Mary did, talking about how this is the only thing that grows up there under those trees, and how this is the oil you want if you cannot face something or you feel like it's absolutely impossible. You want this, because if the black spruce trees can grow in the harshest climate in the world and survive and thrive, then we can too. So I just always, that stuck in my head, and I just love that. I remember that this is like one of the first few oils I bought when I first started that wasn't in the starter kit, was this oil, because of that video. So I just thought it was interesting. So Northern Lights, it's also in like 6 or 7 other products that we sell. I did a little research on the actual farm, and I didn't know if you knew this, but any of the tree oils really, it is distilled needle to root, so the entire tree. So when we went to Highlands Flats farm, they literally had this machine that looked like pinchers, and it went to a tree and it pulled it right out of the ground, root and all, just pulled the whole thing up. And then it brought it over to the warehouse and it turned it sideways, so the tree's like this, and it put it through a chipper, I guess, and it threw the wood chips into the back of a semi-truck. And when the semi-truck was full, then they took it to the distillery. And I brought a picture. So it looks like this. It's like a big warehouse, and there's the semi-truck, and then they go in there and they shovel it all out into a pile, and here's the distillers, and they fill those up, and then it distills. And the smell, I mean, I've only been to the Highlands Flats, but the smell, it's like dreamy Christmas. It is absolutely amazing. So that farm, the Fort Nelson farm with the black spruce, I did the math, and they make 388,000 5 mLs in a distilling process. So the max that they can distill at that farm gives us 388,000 bottles. All right, now let's think about that. So Young Living has millions of members. This product is also in other products. So we aren't getting a full 388,000. So when they offer this free, take it. Because it's a good one. So there's that. Let me see. All right, let's get some more interesting information. Frequency. Let's talk about frequency for a minute. So those of you that are familiar with frequency, and if you're not, every living thing has a frequency. Everything. It is a scientific thing. It's not something that's woo-woo or anything like that. Every living thing has a frequency. A human body, think of a human body, a healthy human body frequency should be between 67 and 72. That's where your frequency should be. What brings up your frequency? Being positive, laughing, eating healthy, things like that. That brings up your frequency. What brings your frequency down? Bad eating, negative thoughts, angry thoughts, anything like that. Those can bring your frequency down. Worry, stress, eating is a big one, okay? So these are going to bring your frequency down. That is why there are certain times of year that people tend to get more sick. Think of the holidays. How many times during the holidays is when everyone gets the flu or stuff like that? Because we're eating terrible. We're pushing ourselves to the max. We're staying up late. We're traveling. We're doing things that are not normal to our regular everyday. Therefore, our body pays the price of that. All right? If you are sick, a human body, if they are sick, their frequency is going to be about 58. That's like the flu, a cold, stuff like that. If you have cancer, your frequency is going to be about 42. Anything lower than 42, you're in trouble. All right, so human body, you want to stay between the 67 and 72 range. Obviously, we don't have a good way of testing that, but we have a good way of doing things to bring that up. So we talk about frequencies a lot. We always say Rose has the highest frequency, and Rose's frequency is 320, okay? So it's like, just smell it. Just put a dot on you. Anything, just get some Rose. Bring your frequency up by doing that. So do you want to take a guess at the frequency of Northern Lights Black Spruce? I don't know why we always say Rose has the highest frequency. I don't understand. Because if Rose is 320, this one is reporting at 500 megahertz. 500. Why aren't we putting this on every day? What? This is the best way to keep your frequency up. I mean, obviously, everything you do. So say I put a drop of this on and the frequency's at 500, but I eat at McDonald's and Hardee's and drink soda. That's going in the negative. It's like a moving scale. That's what it is. You drink coffee, you're going backwards. You drink water, you're going up. You start laughing and telling jokes, you're going up. You get super stressed at work, you're going back down. It's a sliding scale. So everything we can do to go up is what we need to do. 500, people. 500. I couldn't believe that when I looked that up this morning. Because I have a chart and it wasn't on there. And I was like, where is this? So, all right. Where's my next notes? All right, next thing that this is amazing for. All right. This is amazing at hydrating. So I'm like, well, what does that mean? So I did some research. It's amazing for hydrating the air. So in the winter, when our heat dries us out, and it tends to be drier in your house, and you wake up and sometimes you have that raspy cough, or your nose is all stuffy, your face and your skin gets all dry. Northern Lights is hydrating. So put it in your diffuser every day. Put it in all your diffusers to keep some, hydration in the air, whatever. Also, this is great for your skin because it's hydrating. This would be a great winter routine, just like we use frankincense. Northern Lights has a lot of the same uses as frankincense, and it's half the price, or it's probably a third of the price. So, I was wondering about that, Alyssa. So, put this on your face every morning when you get up, after you've had a night's sleep, when your face feels more dry. Put some on, or do it at night before you go to bed. Put it in your nighttime diffuser. This has a great ability to help you sleep well, okay? There's another thing. Next, they said, I thought this was interesting. This isn't really helpful for us, but at the fort, I don't know if any of you have ever been like way up in Alaska or British Columbia. They got mosquitoes that can like carry you off. And they say at the farm that they actually use this as their bug repellent. They put it right on them as their bug repellent. I thought that was interesting. Not sure I would do, but you know, whatever. It's worth a try if you're going to be where they have them where they could carry you off. All right, let's look at, it's great for respiratory things. It's always weird, you know, lots of people are allergic. They're like, well, I'm allergic outside. I can't get a real Christmas tree because I'm allergic. But a lot of the tree oils are great for respiratory. So this is one of the main ingredients in RC. It's great for respiratory. Put it on. All right, another thing, Northern Lights, it's really good. I talked to you about this earlier in the beginning where I said if you feel like you can't do something, you feel like you're drowning, you just can't. Just like those trees, they can grow in the harshest climate conditions. This is great for that. So, do you have something coming up that's giving you high anxiety, super high anxiety? This is it. I was reading in this book, Releasing Emotional Patterns with Essential Oils. There's a little bit of stuff in there that's a little weird, but and it's talking about how this is super good for anxiety attacks, like actual attacks. And it said to roll it on the top of your spine, right back here. That's the location that will help bring that down. So when you think about it, which I thought was fascinating, so sickness, when your immune system, you have a virus or that, viruses, it like congregates in your spine. So that's why whenever kids are sick, I'm always like, rub thieves down their spine. You want to get as close as you can. Hold on, it's Releasing Emotional Patterns with Essential Oils. I do love this book. You can look up, you know, I don't know how much research you got done, but you know, certain emotions are held in certain parts of your body. So for instance, grief is held in your lungs. So lots of times you'll hear people that are grieving where they feel like they can't breathe, they're having panic attacks and that kind of thing. It's because grief is stored there. So that book helps you know where specific emotions are held in your body and then how to use the oils to release them out of your body. So it's a good book, but there is a little bit of, you know, if you're not into like the chakras and that, it goes a little into that, but that's up to you. So what I was going to say is if the viruses and all that are in your spine and you're rubbing the highest frequency oil that I know on the top of your spine, that's going to help your immune system dramatically. Not to mention anxiety attack, that kind of thing, fear, those kind of things. Let's see what else. Great for emotional balance, which we talked about. It is great for your immune system, top of your spine, and it is an anti-infection oil. So a lot of our oils, or a lot of oils in general, and trees and plants and that have like antiviral properties or anti-infection properties or anti-bacterial, whatever. This one is infection. So if you have an infection, you know, you get a cut, it's infected. This would be a great oil to put on it because it has those properties in it that will help your body react to heal. Let's see. I think the only other thing I wrote down is your joints love Northern Light black spruce. I think of those trees, those black spruce trees. They are tall and mighty. And think of that same with your joints. So if you have joint things, it's worth it. High frequency, it's going to heal. This oil is going to help your body respond so that your body can do what it's made to do. All right, let's see if I wrote anything else down. I did look. If you don't have this oil, get on ER, spend $190 this month. Not hard to do, especially with ImmuPro back. Put it on your order. But if you don't have it right now and you're like, man, I wish I had the benefits of that. This is in Valor. You should all have Valor. Peace and Calming. You should all have Peace and Calming. RC. Maybe you don't have that, but that's one of my favorites. And Egyptian Gold. A lot of us got Egyptian Gold free in the last few months. So it is in those. It's in Shutron. So any of those men oils, it's in... That's all I got. You could look in the desk reference. It'll tell you all the ones it on. But it is in a few other things. So if you don't have it right now and you're waiting for it to come, I would say this is one of those oils that you order every month. Because why would you want to be without it? If you have anything in your house right now, any sniffles, any of that, is it in Kid Power? Good question. I do not know. I'll have to check and see. I don't know. I don't have Kid Power sitting here, so I can't even, I'd have to run and get it. So, I hope that was helpful. I hope it helps you want to try this oil if you haven't. The tree oils, you hear a lot about the tree oils in Hello Healthy because we are huge fans of the tree oils. Huge fans. Evergreen Essence has come out today. White Light. Those are all tree oil blends that are so amazing. The tree oils, when you think of all the frequency bases in tree oil blends, you're getting a powerhouse that's going to like knock it out. So if you have opportunities to buy tree oils, and if you don't, I literally went through my house and grabbed every tree oil I had. So, you know, pine, frankincense, I don't know, Hawaiian sandalwood, I don't have that, but Northern Lights, Idaho blue spruce, balsam fir, all the tree oils, and put them all in one roller. Can't even see it. It's got a tree on it. Can you see? Nope. It's just a roller, has a tree on the front, so I remember what it is, and I just rub it on all the time because I want my frequency to stay up. I know stress is inevitable. I know it's 2020. I know I'm going to eat something I probably shouldn't have. I know I'm going to get aggravated at my kids and yell at them. I know, you know, there's always something. So the more I can apply high frequency oils to combat so that my sliding scale stays more up than down, the better I'm going to be. So, oh, good. Thank you, Ashley. Yes, it is in Kid Powers if you have Kid Power. So, hope that was helpful. I hope that that made you love Northern Lights. It's so good. And just helps you learn a little bit more. So, if there are questions in here, I will go back and answer them, or Alyssa might have answered them. That would be helpful. And I hope you have a great day. And if you didn't see, ImmuPro is back. Go snag you some and go get, when you're in there doing that, and you can get that with points, grab some Evergreen Essence or White Light, or just grab some Northern Lights. Or spend $190 and you'll get it free on ER. Has to be on ER, people. See y'all later.